Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. I hope everyone's having a drier day than I am. The weather is kind of cooperating. Okay, good. You can hear me. That's good. That's a positive. Something is working today because a lot of things from yesterday are not working. I'm having issues with sound. I'm having issues with the computer. I'm having issues with a lot of things, and I'm getting wet. And why? Jesus. So, just having an all-around interesting morning so far. The good news is we have a queen that's about to leave, and we have another queen coming in. I might have to redo a little bit of the covering for me. Right now my computer is getting wet. But that's not your concern. You're just here to look at planes, so welcome. One of the things that's not up yet is my chat window, so I'm on the phone looking at the chat, so if I miss something, I apologize. Good morning, Brandon. Good to see you. Got Legalized Shemp here. CFI on the fly. Charlie Bravo. Christine. And Angela McHardy celebrating 6 months with us here. Half a year feels longer. Thanks, Patrick, for the streams. It's going by so fast. And I know that's directly opposite of what you said, but it's going by so fast for me. We need to slow this down a little bit. Slow the roll, as they say. We're going to have a queen overhead that we're not going to be able to see here in a minute. There is a queen working her way down to the reef runway. That's UPS 58. That's heading off to Guam. Normally on a Saturday, we would have been down there already to catch it, but we're doing a little late show today, as you might have noticed, starting at 10:15. Okay, I need to do something about that. So, let's see. Hold, please. Better. It's covering up a few things, I think, now. I don't have anything to dry anything off. My towel is completely soaked from yesterday. Okay. Yeah, everything got completely... What is going on? Touchscreens and water don't work. So yesterday I got a lot more wet than I thought I did. It wasn't the main stuff that got wet, it was the ancillary stuff. And if you could see in this shot, we're not doing much better today. I was probably overly optimistic with the weather today. So Mrs. Reverse Ops will give me a nice side eye in a little while when she shows up and says, "What the heck are you doing?" Alright. So, no, if you're looking for the in the round 360 camera stream today, there's no in the round 360 camera today because that cannot handle the weather at all. The camera does, but the encoder does not. So, no, I don't want to restore any pages. Okay, we're almost back to normal, I think. Still running on a weird audio setup because my voice microphone is not being detected by the normal router, the normal switch mixer. Well, the camera is waterproof, Brandon. It's just the camera is can go to I think 10 meters or something underwater. It's actually a waterproof camera that the 360 is, but the encoder that takes the signal from the camera and sends it off to YouTube wouldn't survive a light sprinkle. So and that one's kind of expensive. That's an expensive piece of equipment, so I do not want to get that one. And I also use that for other things besides that camera, so I don't want to ruin that. It would make me cry. Alright, so the UPS that we're waiting for on the runway is down there now. It's about to turn left onto the runway, so we should be able to get that departure here in a second. The UPS Queen is now just south of me, but there's a big wall of clouds. I cannot see it. Most likely it'll end up coming all the way around and into 8 left. Well, thank you, Keith. I will pass that along to her, but same to you and yours. Okay, I think, let's see. So we're in southerly winds today, which is what they call Kona winds here. Kind of because they come from the direction of Kona, and kind of because Kona is the word for south, I believe. Don't fact check me on that, please. Okay, let's see how good this is. We're gonna have a queen right over here in a couple seconds. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And like I said, I think the other one's going to go all the way around to 8 left over here. Hello, Robbie, Mark. Oh, we got an O'Malley and a Josh in the house. Hello. Got a Ken Smith here. Just an average plane spotter. Did you know there's a Hawaiian version of 12 Days of Christmas? On number 1 day of Christmas, my tutu gave to me a minor bird in one papaya tree. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware. I have a very interesting story about that. The very first time I heard that song. So if you don't know, look it up. I don't know. I know about half. I know the big fat pigs. But there's a whole Hawaiian version of 12 Days of Christmas. You look it up on YouTube. It's awesome. But the very first time I heard that version, I was working at a company not right after I got here, but maybe the next year. So I got here in 2006, and maybe Christmas of 2007. I had a job doing computer installs at schools, and I was working up at I think it was Mililani Uka Elementary School. Maybe it was Mililani Mauka, but it was one of the Mililani elementary schools. It's the one. Yeah, it's got to be Uka because it's off to the left. Anyway, that's not important. I was upgrading some stuff in the library, and it took all day. And every 45 minutes, a class would come into the library, and they would, practice singing for their Christmas pageant. And they would sing that song, the Hawaiian 12 Days of Christmas. And it kind of had this weird, out-of-body experience, because it's something you know so well, and that you're hearing all these kids sing a version you've never heard before, and you're hearing them sing it over and over, and it was very weird. It was a very surreal kind of experience. But have a listen to that if you get a chance. It's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. Everything else is on YouTube. But it starts with a minor bird in one papaya tree. Oh, we're getting that 737 moving. Oh no, that's not. I thought that was that 737. That's just that one's already gone. No, it's still there. Oh, maybe it is gone. That 737's gone from yesterday. But it's instead of my true love, it's my tutu. Tutu is like a grandma. But thank you for the super chat, and thank you for reminding me of that version of that story to tell. Matthew, according to my eyes, there's storms about. It's drizzling where I am. It's pouring at the other end of the runway. As I was saying a minute ago, we are in Kona winds, southerly winds. So luckily the storms in front of us should go to our right, not over our head. Hello, Kelvin. Oh, I definitely got to look that up. Alright, so the next plane in, which is relatively close already, and I still can't see it, is that 747, the next one from UPS. That's going to take the spot of that one that just left. These logistics people, they're very good at getting him in and getting him out most of the time. Occasionally they get a little backed up. Oh, we have a favorite lit up and running. This is that 737-200. I can hear that running, and I can see the light on there, so that should be going out soon. The good thing about that one is if it goes out, it usually goes out a couple times back and forth. Kelvin, I think it's about 4 games too late, or 6 games too early. Well, O'Malley, I can just barely see the end of the runway with my naked eye. I think we're benefiting from the telephoto thing, because this would be about equal to what I'm seeing live, right about here. That's pretty much. That pretty much matches what I'm seeing with my naked eye. It's the focal length. And I can just barely see that Hawaiian crossing the end there. That's Hawaiian Flight 836 heading off to Phoenix. The one cutting in front there is Hawaiian Flight 1055 coming in from Maui. No heat haze today, but little clouds. That's not bad. I'll take that trade. The worst part is it is so humid today. It's got to be over 85% humidity out here. It is gross feeling out here. In fact, it's so humid and so low winds. I actually have a fan on me to keep me cool. It feels disgusting out here. How do you know that stuff, O'Malley? That's the kind of stuff that just slips in my brain. I'll never remember that. I'm reading it right here, and I'll never remember it. So the next big plane we're looking for coming in is the Korean 747, which is why we're on this side of the airport today. We are gonna up here to catch the Korean, which is scheduled for 11:20. It's the 747-8, scheduled for 11:20. Last I saw, it was running about 10 minutes early, which is good for us, because as soon as it hits the gate, we are going to make a road trip down to the other end, as long as it's not raining, so we can catch the departures of the A380s. Yeah, Brandon, that's the problem. I've noticed that sometimes when you're asking questions of the audience out there, the responses come in very Wikipedia framed copy and pastes. Not to say I've never, Wikipedia'd an answer, but most of the time I do not have the luxury when I'm here. Oh, we have a rainbow love in the house. Alright, so while we're waiting on the next plane we really want to see go out is that 737-200. That hasn't made the Romeo Tango turn yet, so we got a minute on that. So we are going to go over here, scroll all the way to the right, and we are going to mention it is the 12 streams of Opsmas. We're over halfway there. I believe today, I'm hoping today is stream 8, because if not, I'm unprepared. Yes. No, it's 9. It's 9. We're well over halfway there. 9 times. So today is day 9 of the 12 streams of Xmas. I will show you the Heavy about to leave though here in a second. The Phoenix one we saw a minute ago. Well, I will show you that. I'm not gonna not show that one. Alright. Is Jonathan ready with his record button? Alright, here we go. On the 9th day of Opsmas, my live streamer gave to me 9 rants a ranting, 8 toms of fooling, 7 K-truck road trips, 6 extra X's, 5 cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts, 4 go-arounds, 3 Falcon 50s, 2 flying Honu, and a Pualani 717. So, I hope everyone has a great 9th stream of Xmas. I hope your live streamer brings you everything your heart desires. So since today is stream 9, that means we have 3 left till Opsmas Day. We have tomorrow, which is a members only live stream. That'll be right around 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Then we'll be back out here on Tuesday morning for our regular Tuesday morning show. And then Opsmas Day, we're going to start just a little bit later, but not too much later. I think we're going to start it. I think I have it scheduled for 7:30 instead of 6:45. So not too much later on Opsmas Day. So you can see that gray rain cloud there. That is with the winds, that should pass right in front of us. That should not hit us. We're the windsock is varying, so it looks like it's calm, or at least variable. Because right now it looks like it's south-southeast. When I got here, it was true south, so. So where is the, somewhere, oh there it is. Oh, see now that one looks like it's easterly. The one over here somewhere, there it is. That one looks like it's more southeasterly. But both of them look very limp. Hello, Super Adrian. Alright, so that little 737 is on the roll. "31 minutes, thanks, Ian." So that football thing that O'Malley just put in the chat, on my end, the football actually took was delayed by a couple seconds. So all I saw was the arms, and then the football came in. It was kind of funny. RSVP, no. Unfortunately, I will not be on the top of Maui for the winter solstice tomorrow. I wouldn't mind being, but just it's kind of expensive right now to go inter-island, especially to Maui. Maui is extremely expensive right now with the hotel rates. Last time I was on Maui, though, when we streamed on Maui a year or so ago, the rent-a-car was super cheap. I got a Camaro for like $18 a day or something like that, but the hotel was very expensive. So our good friend Sean Bramlett coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Says it's a nice smooth transition from watching Walt in Houston to you until he returns later today. Oh, he's going to do 2 shows in a day. That's a dedicated live streamer there. I will. I was going to go back and watch the because I've never seen a stream from that airport, so I was interested to look at that. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to this morning. I was going to look at it later, but if he's going to stream again, maybe I will just tune into the second broadcast. That sounds convenient. But thanks again. I appreciate the super chat. Wow, interesting. Wow, this is a first that I've seen. That Transair 737-200 that just left here. It usually goes, I can't say always because I'm not always here, but every time I see it, it's going to Lanai. Every time. And usually it goes back and forth to Lanai a couple times in a day. It is actually not going. Oh wait, it is going to Lanai. It's going a weird way though. What is going on? He has taken the wrong. It is going to Lanai. I saw where it's going and I thought it was going somewhere different, but it is. It made a hard right turn out of here, and it's going west. Interesting. What if he's coming back? What if he's coming back? That's interesting. I just looked at where he was. I didn't even look at the destination. I thought he would maybe go into Kauai, but nope. He got all excited for a second there. Did you hear that? That's an excited plane spotter. We're all kind of jaded and bitter. So when you hear an excited plane spotter, that's something rare. To timestamp this. Does he know Lanai's not that direction? Alright, so the next one coming in is a United MAX 9 coming in from San Francisco. Oh, I hear Mrs. Reverse Ops door behind me. Hello, Mrs. Reverse Ops. How are you? She got drenched going to Ala Moana. Target, oh. You know they have a parking underneath, right? Oh. Alright, I wanted to show a few things here. We're going to go over to Pat Cam here for this. Alright. Hello. Welcome to Honolulu. If you don't know who I am, my name is Patrick. It says it right there. The channel is Reverse Ops. It says it somewhere right over here. We're an aviation live stream and rant channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, which is right over here. It's 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there, on the south shore of the really wet island of Oahu. It's on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, somewhere in the middle of the vast Pacific. We usually do 3 shows a week here. We're right in the middle of Opsmas. We got 3 streams of Opsmas left, not including this one. So this one is 4. But thanks everyone for joining us. You know all the routines, the like, the subscribe, the buttons underneath. If you're not subscribed, the subscribe button turns red every time I say subscribe. So all that's going on down below. Channel description's got some links in it. You know the business. You watched YouTube channels before. So everything's in the description. Ways to help out, ways to support the channel. But we got a couple things here of awesome people. And our good friend, and I missed him while he was here, our good friend Peter Upsall was here with his wife Wendy a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it's been more than a month now. I've been a giant slacker on checking my P.O. box. So they were here while we were in Germany. So they were here almost the exact time we were in Germany. So we missed them when they were here. They did get to see some of the turtle planes and some F-22s. So that was cool. They sent me a very nice note. And they also sent me this. So tag. This is his main airport. So thank you very much, Peter and Wendy. I really appreciate that. I'm very sorry it took me so long to check my P.O. box. I have a email forward set up to when I do get stuff at the P.O. box, it emails me. Apparently they didn't email me that one because I didn't see that one till I went to pick up the next item. So this is funny and awesome all at the same time. I opened the outer package this morning because I couldn't wait. I was like a child on Christmas morning. I couldn't wait. And now I'll show you. Take it out of here and try not to get it wet. This is the Emotional Support Pop-Tarts. Look at this. This is, how awesome is this? Got all the different flavors. All the different things here. Oh, they're tagged in. So they're not permanently in there. They're just tied in there, so I can't take them out right now. But how awesome is this? And you know what these are perfect for? Throwing at Mrs. Reverse Ops. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. I need to put these back in the bag or else they're going to get wet. But thank you, Brandon Rabbit. I really appreciate it. It's like he's a mind reader. He knows me. So I can cuddle Pop-Tarts and throw them at Mrs. Reverse Ops. And they won't hurt, so I won't get in trouble. So thank you, everyone. I think the filling might be a little fluffy, Heath. But thanks, everybody. Thanks for mailing me stuff. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel so awesome. And our good friend, wee Linda, Scottish Linda. Apparently she was stuck without a signal and missed the song this morning, but she caught up. Big massive thank you. I received my In the Round t-shirt this morning. Is massive smile on my face. Thank you. Well, you're quite welcome for that and for the 10-pound super chat. I really appreciate that. The Linda was a winner of our In the Round contest, which we've kind of put on hiatus the last couple of weeks because I've been a giant slacker. That's why. But we'll pick that up in the new year when things get a little more stable on the 360 thing. We're not having it. We haven't had it in a couple shows because of the weather and stuff like that. So we'll pick up that contest very soon. But thank you, Scottish Linda. Appreciate that. Yeah, we have another one. Look at this. Wow. So our good friend Ray will be here very soon. He's going to come out. I'm trying to work out. He's going to be here on a non-stream day, so I'm going to try to sneak out here and just say hi. I don't think I'll be able to stream on the day he's here, but I'm going to try to sneak over and say hello. But Merry Christmas to me and Mrs. Reverse Ops and all the Planespotters. So every one of you as well. Merry Christmas from Ray. 4 Sleeps to HNL. Can't wait to meet you and be in Hawaii again. Well, I can't wait to be here. I hope the weather is better by the time you get here. At least the rain stops. I mean, it can be a little cloudy, but hopefully at least the rain will stop by the time you're here. So if we don't see you again, we should see you on Tuesday, hopefully. But have a safe trip, and thank you for the $9 New Zealand super chat. Are you coming in? I forgot. Did I ask you what flight you're coming in on? I don't remember. My brain's scattered. She caught up with the Opsmas song. Great. Really, the only good thing about the rain here is if we were trying to do this shot at 11 a.m. back in August, that plane would look like you're shooting it through stained glass. So that's a good thing. And modern cameras are so awesome now that you can just crank that ISO up. Don't have to worry about it. Oh, this is reverse ops. Took off on me, and now I was going to ask her something. Feliz Natal. I hope I said that correct. Is that Portuguese for Merry Christmas? I know Spanish is Feliz Navidad. But even if it isn't, happy Christmas to everyone down in Brazil. I think Brazil might have the most live streams per capita aviation live streams. There's a ton of live streams in Brazil. If only I spoke Portuguese, I can watch them. Some of them don't have any audio, don't have any narration though, so that's good. Ah, oh, Christmas Day. Oh wait, will we still be here? The Hawaiian 330 on from New Zealand comes in during our show, I believe. So that 747 that pushed is now doing that Romeo Tango turn, and it is should be out on the reef runway in just a minute. We're about we're very close to the Korean 747. In fact, it has crossed the island of Kauai, so I think Lonnie should probably depart first. That's the one that's closest to me. So this is Hawaiian 330 on Xmas Day. So we'll be out here on Xmas Day, or Opsmas Day, spotting on the 30th. So I believe we should, if my memory is correct, and you know how that is, I believe we should catch your arrival. Unless it's one of those weird things like you're leaving Christmas Day there, but you're actually getting here the day before or whatever. I don't know what that date thing, that makes my head hurt. You could park past the thing, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, not overnight. Yeah. Just videotaping the planes. Yeah. Good luck. But thank you for the second super chat. I really appreciate that. Oh, yeah, okay, I was reading your mind. Yeah, it's almost here. And then as soon as it gets here, if the weather's playing nice, we're going to zip down to the other end, because pretty soon after that, the turtles are slow to leave. And it looks like that's the blue one, right, in front of us? I'm not sure. I'm not. No, that's not the blue one. The blue one's in the back, so it should be Kai leaving first. And then Lonnie. I think that's the way they came in. Ah, yes, there you go. 2 Christmases. Hopefully Santa knows where you are for both. Yeah, usually the first one is closer to us. It takes C4, whatever that is, and then C9 is the second one usually. Gate C9. Yeah, I was watching that. I didn't notice it got that far. I don't know what I wonder if they're just doing a test, because it lists its destination as Lanai, but it is not going in the direction of Lanai. I have a semi-funny story about that. Actually, it's very, very similar to that. That's holy cow. That's I don't know if I don't know if that's a appropriate story to tell on the air. We'll find out though. Ooh, hello, Jen. Island Jenny is in the house. She's heading off to Canada A today. She's, I think she said Vancouver, if I remember correctly. I popped into her stream she does live streams as well sometimes. Popped into her live stream yesterday because she hit 1,000 subscribers on her channel. So just needs some of that watch time and start making that big YouTube money. But congratulations, Jen. Hope you have a safe trip and a fun time in Canada A. Well, unless they moved Lanai, I think that 737 is going to have to make a couple of turns. I would imagine they might just be doing a test. I don't know. Because that one usually doesn't fly on Saturdays either. That one usually is a weekday thing. But no one let me know. You can make a little money on YouTube, Brandon. I haven't figured out the way to make it a full-time job yet. I figured out a way to make it a pay for the internet and stuff I break kind of thing. Of course, about 30 of you did help me go to Germany. That was very nice of all of you. It looks like Korean looks like it's getting into sequence out there. It's looks like it's going to be third or fourth for arrival after a couple of Hawaiians and a Virgin America. That isn't your picture, is it, O'Malley? Is that your picture, O'Malley? Oh no, it's credited to someone else. Unless your name is Spencer. I think it's still, let's see if it's still over there, that C5. Oh yeah, it's still over there. Still over there in the same space, so. Yeah, I think you might be onto something there, Brandon. We get Mr. Beast to see how long I can stay in the back of my truck live streaming. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. just before it goes into the clouds. Sorry about that. I'll blame that on Brandon. He was having me have delusions of being a YouTube billionaire. Our good friend Ray is joining us here at the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. While you're here, you can hop on one of the 717s, zip between the neighbor islands. Seats in economy don't recline like on those nice 330s that you're going to be on, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. Brandon will be by with your pog drink soon. Thanks, Ray. Ah, see? Brandon's already passing out pog drinks to everybody. Exactly, Ken. Okay. The next one out there is going to be a Delta. Should be a 7.6 heading off to SLC. Then after that we'll have Virgin America flight 241 coming in from Everett, and then should be the Queen, and then we have Air Premia coming in right after that too. So we'll see if we can get Air Premia as well before we head to the other side. Well, Luke, Brandon is still on probation, so we have to make sure. A little bit of hazing. Hi, that one was Hawaiian Flight 1 coming in from LA with the extra X. And I'm going to flip over here and see if we can get Delta before the next one comes in on this side. I believe that Delta is about to start rolling. It should be rolling any second now. Yep, it's rolling now. Brandon, you're on probation until the next mod is hired. You didn't get that in your HR paperwork? Oh, Kelvin, I didn't know it was yesterday. I knew it was. I knew it was coming up. I didn't know it was yesterday. That's cool. Looks like Korean is just passing over Koalina, so it's second for arrival. Then we'll have Air Premia. So that's back-to-back Seoul planes. Well, Upper, I think we're good for right now. So, but if you want to email me, I'll put you on the list to contact when we do have a vacancy. This is that Virgin America flight coming in from Everett, Washington. It's a MAX 8. Looks like the runway's getting a little bit drier over there. Ooh, Latvia. Hello. Is it K Saunders? Alright. Thank you for being here. Alright, so there's the Korean up there. So yes, so Alaska bought Virgin America and just made everything Alaska. And then they bought Hawaiian and made everything Alaska. So I am never going to call them Alaska again. They're always going to be Virgin America from now on. Because if they can call Hawaiian anything they want, I can call them anything they want. Anything I want. They don't pay me. Man, I tell you what, in these calm wind positions, those reverse thrusters on 4 right sound like they're right on top of you. Alright, we are about 8 minutes away from the scheduled pushback of the, for now anyway, who knows, all the Dreamliners are going to be painted Alaska within 2 years or so. Alright, so this is Air Premia. It came in from Seoul as well. So we're gonna try to move down and catch the departures of the A380s. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to have to pack a couple things up, and then we're going to have to hope nothing falls off on the way down. So give me a few minutes to do that, and I'll try to leave you with a better shot than this. So these are the two we're waiting on here, these two A380s. They're going to be leaving here. The first one's going to be leaving, scheduled pushback at 6 minutes from now. But it usually is out on the reef runway about quarter till. So we'll give it a little bit of a wide shot so we can watch that 747 roll in there. Ah, there we go. We got microphone number 2 up and running. That's good. I really thought I lost this one with the weather. Okay. Everybody hang on. Everybody got your travel buddy? Alright, I think we're ready. Oh, speaking of Hawaiian Dreamliners, there's one right in the center of the shot. Now this is going to work out good unless I switch the airport around as I'm driving and the A380s go out this side. Other than that, I think we'll be okay. Alright. Okay. Everything's good. This is reverse ops. Ow. Slammed my elbow in the door. Never done that before in my life. Of course, I am in a tiny little truck, so it's a little smaller than I'm used to. Alright, so if you've never been with us for this before, we are at the north end of Lagoon Drive, which is right at the end of 8 left. So what we're going to do is drive down Lagoon Drive to the General Aviation parking lot. I think I guys have the same idea I do. We're going to drive down the other end to the Lagoon General Aviation parking lot, which is closer to 8 right, which is where the Honu should leave from. So. I don't see the Honu pushing back yet, so I think we're going to be okay in time. This is the UPS cargo ramp. I thought there were a couple little containers in the way, but we got a pretty good shot of it. Hopefully you guys can see it. I can't see it, so I don't know. Mrs. Reverse Ops is confused with what we're doing. If you look on the fence, we're going to slow down, but look on the fence right here on the left side of the picture. I don't know if you can see it. There's a memorial to the flight that crashed on, this is the UPS fence. We're here. Anybody fall off? Ooh, camera moved a little. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that. My apologies. Hopefully that didn't happen too soon.
What's all that?
We're live streaming the planes
Live stream the planes?
on the YouTube.
On the what?
We're putting them on YouTube. Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff for that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
People watching that, huh?
There's probably 400 or 500 people watching right now.
Crazy, huh? Kind of neat. Look how speaking
Ooh, that's okay. We're gonna have to fix that. We're gonna have to fix that. Okay. How do I fix that? This. Let's try that. Let's see if that'll work. Let's try now swinging that way. Oh yeah, that seems to work. Okay. Alright, so anybody fall off? We all still here? The stream's still going? I didn't even look at that. Yeah, the stream's still going. Good. My voice sound better now? Were you guys able to see the 747 over there? And the sign? Alright, so the ANA A380 is about to make a left turn on Alpha, so we're down here just in time. Is he still going out there? That's a long way for a little tiny plane. Yeah, I thought I locked down the vertical of the camera. I guess I didn't lock it down enough. The strap actually is coming from...
Have fun videoing.
All right, thanks.
Cool stuff. Yeah.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not. Sounds like he's being sarcastic. So the strap is actually from the rain cover that's on the camera right now. So really, Interesting, because when it left here, it said it was going to Lanai. I don't see it on flight radar anymore. Interesting. I hope we don't lose that plane. I like that plane. Next one in is Hawaiian flight.
I thought of one more question.
Yeah.
Do you guys do it at night too?
Sometimes, but not a lot, because there's not a lot of traffic at night.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but we'll do one at night on New Year's Eve, so we see the fireworks and the planes
Oh, fireworks from here? Which way are the fireworks? That way or that way?
everywhere. Yeah.
Oh man, so it's just one tower, like people coming, rotating through? Or?
Yeah, so the channel's called Reverse Ops if you want to look it up.
Reverse off.
Yeah.
And it's just you, or is it other people come and like help you?
No, well, my wife helps me a little bit, and then I have some moderators that moderate the chat, but physically it's just me.
Wow. Work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Man. You got be here doing it.
Yeah.
Wow. Reverse off.
Reverse Ops.
All right.
All right. Take care. Well, I guess he wasn't being sarcastic. He was being generally curious. Yeah, I get how flight radar works, Brandon. Alright, so we almost have a turtle. Should be popping out of the back of the guard shed any second now. Oh. Oops. I was wondering why it was so humid. I moved my fan so it wouldn't fall down. Well, it's amazing how much the clouds have broken up since that UPS left a little while ago. That UPS was in the clouds right after it made the break, made the turn, and that one was well into its second turn before it hit the clouds. I apologize, I didn't see the boat. So that 717 was off to Hilo. That is on the big island of Hawaii. But they've just passed a resolution to change the name of the big island of Hawaii. Its official name is actually the island of Hawaii. But they've passed a resolution to change it, so it's just going to be Hawaii. So maybe a little confusing to some. But figured out eventually. Next one out's another 717. This one's going off to Lehue, so we're going off to the easternmost and westernmost airports in the state in the last two planes. So we got a half a second here. I'll show you. I know some of you probably watching are are wondering why we made that little trip there that we just did. And we're going to bring up a map and I'll show you. So this is a Google map of the airport here. So you have the main runways, which are today 8 left and 8 right. Before, we were up here on this little side street right here at the end of 8 left. We've come down Lagoon Drive, which is right here, to the parking lot at the end, and that is very close to 8 right. So we'll see some of the departures now. A couple still might go out on the other runway. We didn't have many today already, but occasionally they'll throw a 717 or a 737 out there. Very rarely they'll do a 321 or a 757 out there. It's long enough for that. In fact, that other runway up here is the longest runway here by about 300 feet. Hickam Air Force Base is over here. That's why during the week we'll get a lot of military action. Not so much on a Saturday. Occasionally you'll get some maneuvers or some repositioning or supply flights on a Saturday, but generally no exercises on a Saturday, no training on a Saturday. Except for the first Saturday of the month, which is National Guard Saturday. So we have the Air Guard here, and they do their once a week or once a month training on the first Saturday. so occasionally, like this past first Saturday, we got a lot. Hi.
So do you have any big planes gonna depart from HNL today?
Well, the next Honu will be out in about an hour, and then a little after that, the Korean 747 will come out. Hey.
Thanks for the info.
The terminal buildings are up here. Downtown Honolulu is that way. Eva Beach, Kapolei is that way. So if you, and then Diamond Head is this way. So if you ever give directions here, make sure you say Eva bound or Diamond Head bound or Mauka bound. The next one we're going to get on this side is a Southwest 737 MAX 8 coming in from Hilo. Gotten very bright out here since those clouds started breaking up. Yeah, I'm trying to think of your question. I guess technically, I think it is. I'm trying to remember if there is an airport in West Maui. I'm trying to remember if any of the smaller things like Mukulele go there. I don't think so. I think that's just, they do have the FedEx feeders going out of there. But I think for passenger service, that's the only one with two. Unless I'm just not thinking of one. Next one coming in on the other side, coming in from Ontario, California, is Virgin America Flight 270. It's about a minute out or so from getting a good shot of it. We do have the Korean Air Dreamliner 10 taxiing. That's going off to Seoul. So the Korean 747 we saw a little bit ago, that is a seasonal flight. So Korean Air always has a single flight in here, and for a long time, mostly it's been the Dreamliner X. Before that, it was a 747, and then way before that, I think it was a 777. But for December, they added a second flight, so that's where the 747 comes in. That comes in daily about 11:20, and I believe it leaves at 1:20. I have to double check that. Let's double check that right now. That's that will most likely be our last plane. We're gonna try to see its departure. Uh, 1:20 departure on that one. That's good. 1:20. That's about a little less than an hour and a half from now. There you go. Ken's thinking there. Look at that. That's Kanapali and Kanakakai on Molokai. I think, are both served by Mokulele Airlines, which is a passenger and freight airline. It's all under the Southern Airways Express kind of moniker, I think. Hello, spotter train. There's no Southwest planes based in Hawaii. They don't keep them here very long, so they'll, as you said, they do rotate them back to the mainland quite frequently. They'll usually come out here for a day or two, and then rotate back to the mainland. So that's the reason Southwest does that, and it's also the same reason I think the 717 will never be replaced by a 737. Is the 737s don't like the short flights, and we're talking most of the flights are under an hour. Several of them are under 20 minutes. They don't have time to cool down in the air. And then with the quick rotation, they don't really have time to cool down on the ground either. So the 737s and even the 220s I hear don't like that. The 717 is uniquely qualified to do that, and the environment and things like that. Even around here, salt air, things like that. This Hawaiian here is coming in from Sacramento. It's Hawaiian Flight 819. Might help if I can keep it in the shot there. I don't know why I'm yawning. I got plenty of sleep last night. They tried Lanai and Molokai, if my memory serves me correct, and really didn't survive. There's just not the traffic for those bigger planes. That's why pretty much the Cessnas have been all that's offered. Those Cessna Grand Caravans, those 9-seaters, a couple of those a day seem to be enough to meet the traffic demands. I think my brain is seeking caffeine. We do have a Delta coming in on the other runway, but I think we're going to hold on the Korean, see what happens. into the cloud. Speaking of, that's one coming in from. That was one coming in from Kanakakai and Molokai. This Japan Airlines is heading off to Tokyo. Oh no. There goes Tokyo. I'm not as familiar with the de Havillands as some people are. I think I'm relatively positive though that Hawaiian and Aloha Airlines both use some kind of de Havilland prop plane, but that was years and years and years and years ago. So I don't know more, but I think I'm pretty sure both Aloha and Hawaiian both used them in the past. Now, Aloha's been out of business since 2008, I think. Oh, that's right, Island Air. I actually flew on one of those Island Air ones. It's over there. Oh, it's already touched down. Okay, never mind. The very first time I went to the Big Island was on an Island Air. I think it was a dash. I don't remember. It was a dash something. And that was probably 2007, maybe. Yeah, it had to be 2007. The departing flight, if I remember correctly, went straight from here to Hilo, and then the return flight stopped in Maui on the way back. Yeah, but again, like I said, I'm not a expert on the de Havilland line, so I'm not 100% sure. That was a while ago. Island Air has been gone for 17 or 18 years. This is Northern Air Cargo. Oh, I don't even remember Mid-Pacific Air. What did Go Airlines fly? Because we had Island Air, Go, and Alaska. I'm sorry, Aloha, and Hawaiian all at the same, roughly the same time. And from my memory, everybody blames Hawaiian for driving Aloha out of business. If my memory serves me correct, it was Go Airlines that actually was the spearhead for all that. Go came in and just basically gave away seats on their plane to try to win market share, and ended up taking Island Air, them, and Aloha all out of business. Ah, CRJ. Now that you say that, that's my memory is being kicked in. That's what I remember. But like I said, I'm not an expert, but that's the way I remember it from being an outsider back then. It seemed like Go came in and tried to win the market and took themselves, Alaska and Go and Island Air all out with them. Next one in's a Cessna. It's a Sky Courier. This one's, at the time this one showed up here, this was the only passenger variation of this plane. All the rest were cargo. And I don't know if that's still true or not, but at the one time it was. That is Lanai Air. It's coming in from Lanai. Yeah, oh, the Mesa, that's right. Yeah, Go was, was Go part of Mesa? Was that what it was? That sounds familiar. Boy, I haven't thought of that a long time. Oh, wait. Do not share my personal information. No, 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 flight radar. No, I don't want you to save my. I don't want you to use my personal information. Hello, Jane. Hope you're doing well today on the 9th day of Opsmas. I hope you're having a good day. And thank you very much for not only the £2 super chat, but also being one of our awesome mods. All right, looks like the next one coming in here is another Hawaiian on this side. It should be about 2 minutes out, it looks like. It looks like it's lining up for 4 right. We'll see. You know, I went and got the cord. One of the things that I had a problem with on Friday was the cord for the powering up my scanner, and I couldn't find it. And I started up live today, and then I finally found it, and I forgot to plug it in. Now the sun's coming out. Look at this. We're actually getting some sun. That. It's not completely out of the clouds, but it's enough to be annoying. Who would have thought I might have to put on sunscreen today? So it went from being a nice temperature, but just way humid and no wind. Now it's getting hot and no wind and humidity. This is not a good Hawaiian day. The beauty thing about Hawaii is that we usually have trade winds that come from the north-northeast that blow all the humidity away. So the next one coming in on that other side is a 7.6. It's coming in from Salt Lake City. That should be in view before the 717 coming in from the south. Our next departure on the reform, it looks like it's going to be a 777 though. That'll be United heading off to San Francisco. Okay. What does it say? Check your internet connection. That's not nice. All right, let me. I'm having a wireless microphone day, so I don't actually have to put down the microphone. So I switched over when I got the new. I got a new. Sound mixer board. To hopefully alleviate some of the issues we were having with the other one. And that let me pair a wireless microphone to it. I didn't really want to go with a wireless microphone, but I had it already. And it's so much more convenient to use, but it's more of a pain in the butt to remember to keep it charged. And if you go too long of a show, then you got to scramble. The battery on this one lasts about 4 hours, so. And it does have a USB charging, so it's not like I did buy a different wireless mic that didn't have USB charge. You had to put it in the case to charge it, so you couldn't use it and charge it at the same time.
Delta 382 Heavy, take 8. And we're parked at Fox Front 1, Delta 382 Heavy.
So that first trip I took on Island Air over to the Big Island, I actually won that trip at the Hawaii Winter League Baseball. So for a couple seasons in the 80s and then a couple seasons in the early 2000s, we had Winter League Baseball here. And me and a couple people I knew would go to almost every game. And one day I won round trip for 2 anywhere Island Air flew, which wasn't, just Hawaii. And so we went to the Big Island to go see the volcano. That was the first time I'd been. I was on Big Island, so that was probably. It had to be early 2007, or maybe late. It was late 2007 because Winter League was in the fall.
Alaska 1125, turn left at the end, crossing way 4 left, and then contact ground.
Yeah. Maybe it was late 2006. Yeah, maybe it was late 2006. But we went over there, and a buddy of mine was retired Air Force. So we got to stay in the cabins at the MWR place in Volcanoes National Park. That was really cool. Yes, legalized shemp. I was back in Makakilo then, so I was living at a house at the very top of Makakilo Drive. So when you go up Maka Kilo Drive, it used to be you went till a dead end, and then that's where my house was. But now it keeps going down the other side of the hill. So now basically you get to the highest point and you make a left, and that's where my house was. It wasn't my house. I was renting from a guy. But at that, when I did that, I had that job. I could work out of I worked out of a office a couple days a week in Waipio, and lived in Makakilo. So getting to the games, all the games were at Hans Larange Field in Waipahu, so it was really easy to get to them all.
Japan Air 783 Heavy Honolulu Tower, cross runway 8 west on Alpha, then join Juliet, taxi runway 8 right. Southwest 552 runway 8 right, line up and right. Alaska 1047, turn left at the end, cross runway 4 left, contact ground. Left at the end, contact. Cross 4 left. 1047. Alaska 347, Honolulu Tower, cross runway 4 to Foster, runway 4 left, line up and right, traffic will cross downhill. Alaska 4 ready. 4 left. American 31, Honolulu Tower, wind 1906, runway 8 left, clear to land. Runway 8 left, clear to land, American 31. United 3884 heavy, contact departure, okay. Next one,
The next one going out looks like a southwest. Let's see. Yes, it is a southwest. It's heading off to Hilo.
Alpha 3492, Honolulu Tower, number 2, wind 1906, runway 8 left, clear to land, traffic holding in position on the crossing runway.
Someone was asking about an American 321 earlier. I don't remember what the question was. But there's an American 321 coming in on the next arrival on 8 left. It's coming in from LA with the extra X. So we're going to take this one first because it's moving. Southwest Max 8.
Southwest 552, contact departure, get it. Welcome to departure, Southwest 552, call. Marker 347, contact departure, get it. Departure, is it?
So I think all we get now is this one. I think.
Alaska 851 heavy, Honolulu Tower, cross runway 8 left on Alpha, then join Juliet, next runway. Cross 8 left on Alpha, then join Juliet, break right, Alaska 851 heavy. American 31, turn left, hotel or echo, contact ground point 9.
Hotel or echo, ground point 9 is American 31.
Alaska 878, wind 2008, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Right, clear for takeoff, Alaska 878.
Japan Air 783, heavy runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Okay, 8 right, line up on the base,
Yeah, I don't remember how long. So that was a Neo. I don't remember how long they've been doing the Neos out here. As long as I can remember, but you know that might be 5 minutes on a certain day. But they have a lot of. I think a lot of their Neos. Oh, you just said so in the chat. I think a lot of their Neos aren't ETOPS rated. Or sorry, a lot of their 321s aren't ETOPS rated. There was a story in the paper a couple of months ago that American brought the wrong type of 321 here.
Alaska 1052, Honolulu Tower, cross runway 8 left on Alpha, then join
They
Juliet.
brought a non-Neo, non-ETOPS rated one out here on accident.
Alaska 878, contact departure, get it.
Over to departure, Alaska 878. Go on.
101, heavy runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Up and wait, Philippine 101.
That's the second time in the last year they've done that. Not specifically, but they took a Dreamliner to, I believe it was Venice, and it was the wrong type for the airport. They wouldn't let it land.
Japan Air 783, heavy contact departure, get it. Philippine 101, heavy constantly turbulence departed, heavy Boeing 767, wind 200 at 7, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right, clear for takeoff, Philippine 101.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone probably got a smack on the wrist for that one. Wow, you know, you say that, it doesn't... I would have said it was at best last year. Wow. I didn't think it was that long ago. No way. No. No, it happened more recently. There's one that happened more recently than that. It was, I believe it was to Maui, actually, not here. It was 15. There's no way. I don't remember yesterday, let alone something that happened in 2015. Maybe I read about it when American brought the wrong Dreamliner to Venice, and I'm just associating the two together. That's probably what it is.
Alaska 69, where you parked?
Fucking Alpha 6 off,
K69, sure left, ground.
The one that just left was Philippine Flight 101. That's heading back to Manila. We have the A380 pushed back, but before that we'll definitely see this Hawaiian here, which is heading off to Sydney. The Hawaiian behind it, which is heading off to Hilo, and then there's a 737 going off to SFO. That's a MAX 9. That's United MAX 9s. They come in behind those two. Yeah. Memory is a weird thing. Why do I have super zoom? I don't remember turning super zoom on. This is the last old Hawaiian livery. So that one is the last one with the older livery. Not a lot of changes, but there are quite a few subtle changes. We have Asia Pacific lit up. We have our Qantas lit up too. That should be a 330. Yes, it is.
Company Heavy, Airbus, wind 190 at 7, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. Section 1214, clear turn to departure end, wind 180 at 4 left, clear for takeoff. So they got 4 left, from turn departure, and 1 for Boeing. United 650, runway 8 right, minus away, traffic departing the south runway. The 578 Hollow Tower, south runway 4 left, minus right.
Yeah, I was thinking about that One World paint job the other day and thinking that would be a perfect time to do it. Ah, is Peter here? Hello, Peter.
Section 14, Papa, contact departure, okay. OTN departure, open Papa, section.
So, come back to that one in a second. So, before, I don't know if you were here before, Peter, but I did finally, because of my slackerdom, I got your note, your tag. Oops, wrong side. So Peter sent me these in the mail. Peter was actually out here in October on vacation, and it just so happened to be when I was out of town in Germany, and Peter and his wife Lindy were out here, and when they left, they sent me a very nice note and keychain tag. from his airport. So thank you very much for that, Peter. I really appreciate it. Oh, I think the A380 should be next. I don't see anything that's gonna, unless they weasel something in front of it, I don't see anything that's gonna depart before it. So that'll be the blue one, Lonnie, heading off to Tokyo Narita.
578, contact departure, okay. Contact departure, see you later, come on, 578.
The thanks is all on this end. Thank you very much.
On upon 181 Super, Honolulu Tower, cross, runway 8 left on Alpha, then join Juliet, taxi runway right.
Cross runway, interest on Alpha, join Juliet, then taxi to holding point, 8 right, 24.
All right, so we got this one, we got the Qantas. We're going to hang out until the Korean 747 departs. So that'll probably be our last plane of the day. And that's it's coming up quickly, but it's still probably got about another 40 minutes till it hits the runway. So let's see if we get here. Making the dogs go crazy. Usually there's 3. I can't see how many there are right now because they're usually inside. It's funny, sometimes they have to honk to get their attention, so I'm not sure if they're napping in there or not. Probably not. They're not napping. They're good people. But usually more than necessary, I think.
Our Aloha Southwest 1800 is approach to O'Brien. I'm up to 4 right. Southwest 8800, Honolulu Tower, wind at 200 at 8, runway 4 expect line. 4 right, clear the line, Southwest 8800. Wind at 200 at 8.
Hawaiian to Vegas. Did that get up yet? Not yet. So we keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we keep an eye out for that one. Our good friend and former mod here at the thing, you see he's retired now, living the good life. Says Merry Christmas, Patrick and Surfer Grove. Merry Christmas to all the mods. These streams. Can't do it without you, that is for sure. So thank you for everything, Chris, and hope you and yours have a wonderful Christmas, wonderful Opsmas. And thank you for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Shane, I'm more of a plane enthusiast. I do like, I like airports, but my first question about airports is how good are they at seeing planes from? So the super is over here. Thanks again, Chris.
40 Honu Tower, cross runway 8 left on Alpha, then join Juliet. Proceed left on Alpha, then Juliet 3 right. Magellan 600, follow the heavy Airbus A330 off your right, and continue taxi to Juliet.
So follow the heavy Airbus on the right and
Alright, so we do have a Southwest coming in for 4 right. So we got that here. It's coming in from San Diego. It's a max 8. Pan out to get it for a second.
Left to the heavy, thanks for left, taxi away, Yankee, contact ground point on negative. Left, thanks, ground point on negative. On up on 181 super, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. Wind 190 at 6. Alaska 812 heavy, Magellan, off your left will follow you, runway 8 right, line up and wait. Onyx 104 heavy, Honu Tower, cross runway 8 left on Alpha, then join Juliet.
This maneuver and again, Juliet right, right.
Now that guy had an accent for a Qantas pilot there.
80, 100 kill again. Southwest 80, 100, you can turn left at the end, cross runway 4 left, and then contact ground. Turn left at the end, and contact ground. Canada 517 on the tower with tip left tip. On up on 181 super high. Canada 517 on the tower with 180. Heavy caution returns departing Super Airbus A380, wind 1906, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. Delta 600, runway 8 right, line up and away.
And run up and away, Mr.
Oh, that's awesome, Shane. Thanks. Let me know when we get a little closer what your flight number is. Maybe we might be able to catch it in a stream. All right, this Hawaiian is heading off to San Francisco. It has a Congo line of stuff behind it.
Runway 539, Honolulu Tower, wind 190.6, runway 4 right, good night. Alright. Alaska, let's 6 Honolulu Tower, cross runway 8 right, Alaska, let's go to Alaska 812, heavy contact departure, good day. Good day, Alaska 812. Delta 3934, Honolulu Tower, wind 1805, runway 4 right, clear to land. 4 right, Delta 600, caution, wake service, departed heavy Airbus A330, wind 180 at 5, runway 8 right,
All right, so next one out is Asia Pacific. I didn't look where this was going, but it's either going to Guam or Pago Pago, most likely. Let's see how right I am. Boom. Pago Pago. Yeah, Shane, but there's a 100% chance I will forget or lose the information. You can email it to me. That would be a better thing to do. That way I can set a reminder. If you email it to me at patrick@reverseops.com, what I do is I set a reminder based off that. Have a tiny one, then the Qantas. Well, take care. Thanks for all your information in the chat. We'll see you next time. BDF Photography. So just a reminder, everyone, of our next couple of shows. Tomorrow will be a members-only show. That'll take place in the evening. We're going to drive around and celebrate Opsmas together. That'll start about 7 o'clock Hawaii time in the evening. And then the next show after that will be a Tuesday morning. That'll be a regular show for everybody. And then we'll be out here again on Opsmas Day on Thursday. The Tuesday show will be the normal time of 6:45. Opsmas Day show will start a little bit later at 7:30, but not too much later. I wanted to sleep in a little bit.
Southwest 2851, Honolulu Tower, wind 190.7, runway 8 left, clear to land. 8 left, clear to land, Southwest 2851.
So this is Virgin America. Flight 240 heading back to Everett, Washington.
Southwest 3934, true left kilo, cross runway 4 left and runway 8 left, contact now. 240, contact departure, getting.
Yeah, we'll be in the K truck, so probably won't be on the freeway.
United 1175 heavy Honolulu Tower, wind at 200 at 7, runway 8 left, clear line. 8 left, clear line.
So this is Qantas heading back to Sydney. It's a 330 with no hands.
It's 104 heavy, contact departure, good day. 104, stay by. Southwest 2851, turn left, hotel, contact ground. Good day. Hotel with ground, Southwest 2851.
All right, take care, Ian. We'll see you next time.
Caution, right turbulence, departed heavy Airbus, wind at 200 at 7, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. 8 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2854. Last 1106, runway right, line up and wait, traffic landing cross.
It says next one's the Southwest heading off to Oakland to max 8.
Tower Monte, visual 4 right, parking northbound. Monte, Holland Tower, wind 200 at 7, runway 4 right, clear land. Clear land 4 right, Monte.
Oh, there we go.
Southwest 2854, contact departure.
Ah, it is lit up. Okay, let's see where that. Let's see. Okay, there's. Ah, there we go. Hawaiian Flight 876 is what we're looking for. That is heading off to Vegas. That looks like it's going to be 4th or 5th for departure.
Taxi runway 8 right. Left at Alpha, join Juliet and taxi right. United 55 heavy, turn left, echo if you have it. We'll take echo, yeah, let's turn fine. 1175 heavy, thanks, contact ground point. Good day, yeah, let's turn fine.
Oh, there's Cessna coming in. This is Kamaka Air. It's coming in from Lanai. Kamaka Air is a small inter-island cargo. They have some of these, and they have 1 or 2 sky couriers too as well.
Alaska 807 Heavy, Honu Tower, wind 2005, runway 8 left, cleared flying. Kamaka 8, turn left on Delta, cross runway 4 left.
Next one out is heading off to Maui. It's Hawaiian flight 1106.
Alaska 1078, runway 8 right, line up and late, traffic landing south.
So if you've made it with me this far today, it means you're probably having a good time. So if you haven't yet, could you wander over and hit that like button? I would really appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to the channel, which somewhere around 50% of the people watching are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You're down. That allows you down there too. Mark, we didn't do the Pop-Tart game today because we started a little later, so I had eaten by the time we got to the airport. But we will pick up that the next morning of Saturday show. We're kind of doing a lot of these afternoon or midday Saturday shows lately because I really like the Korean 747, and I want to see it arrive and depart. So we do these midday shows on Saturdays now to see the Korean arrive and depart. And the fact that it's not quite as dark when I set up in the morning. So
Alaska 807 Heavy, turn left Sierra, contact ground point 9, good day. Alaska 1078, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff, wind 1807. 8 right, clear for takeoff, Alaska 1078. Friendly 506.
wait, are you on the Vegas flight or the Tokyo flight? I thought you said Vegas, but now I'm having second thoughts. I'm having... Vegas, okay, that's what I thought.
One turn left, oh, cross runway 4 left, full turn runway 8 left. Friendly 931, turn left, echo. Friendly 931.
All right, so you should be crossing 8 left. You'll be down, we're down to 8 right now. So you should be crossing 8 left, and you're going to taxi down to here. So we'll see you in just a second. We have 2 in front of you. You should be crossing, waiting to cross 8 left right now. I think you're waiting on a southwest to cross.
Alaska 1078, contact departure, good day. Okay, good day, Alaska 1078. Friendly 931, traffic 2.5 mile final, cross runway 8 left on Echo and then contact. Alaska 863, heavy runway 8 right, line up and wait, traffic departing the Pearl Harbor. 8 right, line up and wait, Alaska 863.
You're over on 8 left. So you've turned to wait to cross that runway, and then you'll taxi down Juliet to us. So you're almost here.
Friendly 506, contact departure.
I believe they closed this parking lot around 9 o'clock or so, but up until then, I've been out here as late as 8. But I do know at some time they cone off the end of the parking lot, so you can't come out here all night. So I think till 8 you'd probably be okay.
Alpha and Joint Juliet to 8 right. Alaska 876.
Quite a few people come down here and watch sunset and watch the planes depart.
Turn left at hotel, contact ground. Hotel over ground 4421. Alaska 863 heavy, wind 180 at 6, and 8 right, clear for takeoff. 8 right, clear for takeoff, Alaska 863.
Your plane is now second for departure. They got a Southwest in front of it that's heading off to Maui. That's right here. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Looking down at my phone. All right, here you go. Everybody wave.
Southwest 1006, contact departure. Departure 1006. Alaska 876 heavy, wind 2007, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. Takeoff. Alaska 670. Hello, when you call 169 heavy approach. On way 5 heavy, roger.
Ooh, November 19th. We do have the Pop-Tart Bowl coming up in a couple of days. I think it's the December 27th, I think.
Tower South 317 on visual 48. South 317 also wind 20.
All right, the hooey ho.
4 right clear land, South 317.
Have a safe flight. Break the bank there in Vegas. Hopefully not your bank, their bank.
Heavy, Honsar crossing up at Alpha, attack A right Juliet. Last 716, Honsar, traffic moving now, Fox step crossing up at Alpha, attack A right Juliet.
Yeah, I'm not a big gambling person. If I go to Vegas, which is extremely rare, like once every 20 years,
Last 15 heavy, stay parking.
maybe once every 10 years, I'll be to Vegas.
Last 15 heavy, turn left Delta, attack to the parking via Alpha Golf, monitor ground.
I find a quarter, 5-coin max bet video poker, and I will spend $20, sometimes $40, and then I'm done. That's it. That's all I gamble. I don't gamble on sports. In fact, I don't even understand sports gambling. It's confusing. I don't know what minus 300 means. I have no idea. And don't tell me in the chat because I don't want to know really. You know what tells, I mean, I don't want to rant about Vegas. A lot of people like Vegas. But you know what tells me all I need to know about gambling in Vegas? Is if they think you're counting cards at blackjack, they will throw you out. And when they throw you out, they always say the same thing. Oh, your skill's too good for us. But when they're taking all your money, they don't say, our skill's too good for you, you should leave. They'll let you keep betting. So that tells me everything I need to know. Oh, 10 p.m., probably not. But I really hope you have a good trip. And a friend of mine's dad always said, one time I went to Vegas, I drove there in a $30,000 Cadillac. I came home in a $250,000 Greyhound bus. So. This rant is brought to you by the letter P and the letter T. Man, it is getting toasty out here. Ugh. I feel like I'm in a I feel like I'm in a microwaved used gym sock. I feel gross. That's the legalized shemp. That's the reason I went last, was to go to the Sphere. The Dead and Company was playing at the Sphere, and I went with my wife and a couple of friends of ours. It was awesome. It was mind melting.
American Gambia, turn left Delta and Coffee Brown. On 185, heavy wind 190 at 6, running 8 right, cleared for takeoff.
All right, next one out is our third ANA flight of the day. Unfortunately, this is not a A380, but it is a Dreamliner -9. Should be a -9 today. It is a -9 today. But I do like this livery. I like the standard ANA livery. I think it looks really good. They need to bring back the future Promise of the Future one, that green one. They brought it here once, I think, and never brought it back. It has you've probably seen it in pictures of it or in person maybe. It has the green tail as opposed to the blue tail. I think Mrs. Reverse Ops is asleep. I don't have anything to throw at the truck. I can throw my slipper. Maybe I'll throw my slipper. Oh, thanks everybody. Thanks, Ringoberto. I could throw those little plushy Pop-Tarts at her. All right, now she has to go get my shoe. I would have shown you all that, but I didn't want to be murdered in my sleep later. Hey, can I get my shoe back? Having a good nap? Till I ruined it?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a favor. Can you make me a liquid IV? Yeah, I wouldn't have done that if the 360 camera was there. I would have given Jonathan too much ammunition.
2545, hold short, runway 8 left. Last gate 20 heavy, run 8 right, bound Inouye traffic landing across the runway.
I'm waiting right, last gate 20.
2545, back to turn left, echo, taxi down 4 left, 4 to the left. Alaska 1116, contact departure. Alaska 1116.
Thank you.
2545 up to you.
Everybody say thank you, Mrs. Reverse Ops.
Turn right on 4 left and 1 straight left and that gives you kilo. Turn left and right, hold short, runway 8 left on 4 left. 351, departure. Those 351, turn left to Yankee and contact ground. Airbus County Yankee, contact ground, Delta 351. 2545, cross from the 8 left, turn left kilo, contact ground.
Next one out's another 330. The Hawaiian. It's heading off to Sacramento. So while we're waiting for this one to line up and whatever, we do have a promo going at the Reverse Op shop. It is free shipping on orders over $20. Just use the code Opsmas. That is good all the way through the end of Opsmas Day, which coincidentally is the same as Christmas. Well, I meant to do this. I meant to do that, not the fun.
That was 4074 on the right, base 48. That was 4074 on target up noon, 1806. Runway 4 right, clear to left. What's the land 4 right, Southwest 40. Alaska 1067, turn left, kilo, back, taxi 8 left to go. Left kilo, back, taxi 8 left to go, that's the 1067.
So if you've joined us just recently, what we're waiting on is the Korean Air 7478 that is heading back to Korea, back to Seoul. It should be lighting up rather soon. I believe it's already late. Let's go back to the old app, check out the departure listings. Load earlier flights. Yes, I believe it's already late. It was supposed to be out at 1:20, so it's not too late yet. We'll cut them some slack. But that's what we're waiting on. That'll be most likely our last flight of the day. It depends on, you know, what's around it, or as we say here, it's our Honolulu plane of the day. So if I had to take a guess on how many cats were in this parking lot, I would say easily 10. Most of them hide though. The only one that really is gets out there is O'Malley cat. That's the black one we usually see. And all the other ones kind of hide. And there's probably even more than that on the other end where we started this morning, because they venture out through all the rental car lots up there. Yeah, there's a lot. Of course, you know, I'll be honest, I'm not a cat person, even though I show cats in my stream a lot. I'm not really a cat person. So it could be, you know, it could be 3 cats that all look kind of the same, and I just think there's more because I don't ever see them all at the same time. So, but I would say there's probably 8 to 10 out here somewhere. It's a little, there's more at the other end, I think, because the fences down here are more secure. It's harder for them to get through the fences. So up on the other end, they can crawl under the fences for the car rental lots much easier. I don't see any chickens down here. No, I don't feed any wild animals. Yeah. But I don't see any chickens down here, and it's probably because the airport doesn't, you know, does a very good job of keeping the chickens away. For obvious reasons, because chickens can get over the fence very easily. But on other parts of the island, they're everywhere. It used to be Kauai was the one that had all the chickens, and everybody said, "Oh, there's Kauai has chickens everywhere. Everywhere you go, the supermarket parking lot, everywhere has chickens." Well, all the other islands have caught up because they're everywhere. And they've actually had to create laws lately. They actually had to create laws to not feed chickens. You know, it's illegal to feed feral chickens. No mongoose here either. I don't know why that is, but mongoose really like being by the dusty, watery areas. I see a lot of them when you get close to the harbor, when you get on Sand Island, when you get on, there's a park right behind me that's on the water where the canoers go. I see a lot of mongoose over there. I'm guessing it's more their prey is over there. We do see O'Malley cat. We do see O'Malley cat catch a mouse every once in a while. Boy, we got almost the most amount of planes I've ever seen lit up on the ramp up there. Yeah. Hawaiians heading this way, Hawaiians heading that way, but looks like the next one coming out here will be a Southwest that is heading off to Vegas. Yeah, Mark, I don't live super high elevation, but I live up in the mountains a little bit. And we don't ever see mongoose at my house. See lots of chickens at my house, but no mongoose. I guess they like the dry heat. Of course, Waimanalo is not very dry. Maybe they just like the water. The good things about having chickens at your house, though, is you hardly ever see centipedes. We do have mongoose? Oh, well, apparently Mrs. Reverse Ops is the mongoose whisperer. She sees them. I never saw one. Okay. Of course, she's outside being like social with the neighbors and walking and gardening. I'm the grumpy old neighbor who sits in the house all day and doesn't talk to anybody. But The mongoose whisperer. I like that. You're now the mongoose whisperer. I'm yelling that at her like she's not listening to the stream. Hello, Sydney. You just came in time for mongoose talk. How many people had a mongoose bicycle when they were a kid? I had a mongoose bicycle.
Wind 19064 to Foxtrot, clear for takeoff. 326 for November, runway 4 to Foxtrot, clear for takeoff. Southwest 2921, Honolulu, speed right, line of 08.
I remember once my mom bought me a really nice mongoose bike when I was a kid. And we took it to the bike shop because there was something wrong with it. And the guy yelled at me. Well, he didn't yell at me. I don't know if he yelled at me. I remember it getting a yell, but it was probably more like a, that it was, the bike was dirty and how I should treat it with more respect and wash it off, and because it was a very expensive bike that my mom bought me. And I was like looking at him going, it's a dirt bike. You're mad that I have dirt on a dirt bike. I don't understand. Don't understand.
Oh, that's 1073, Honolulu, cross it left at Alpha, taxi right via Juliet. Taxi left at Alpha to 8 right via Juliet, Alaska. Oh, that's 1088, Honolulu, cross right left at Alpha.
Next one out is this Southwest I was telling you about. I think I said this was going to Vegas. So we have mongoose here in Hawaii. They're not native to Hawaii. They were brought in when the first sailing ships came here. Sailing ships are really notorious about bringing rats. So it wasn't very long before Hawaii had a lot of rats because of the sailing ships. Well, somebody in their infinite wisdom thought, oh, let's bring mongoose out to Hawaii because mongoose will eat the rats and you won't have to worry about rats anymore. So the problem with that theory is rats are nocturnal and mongoose aren't. So mongoose are asleep all night when the rats are up, and rats are asleep all day when the mongoose are up. So they never see each other. So not only do it bring a rat problem in, then we got a mongoose problem too. I had a Diamondback for a very little while. It got stolen. It was a used Diamondback that I got from somebody. I think it was his brother. Was it his brothers who moved off or went to the military or something? And then I had it. And then it got stolen. I got it back from the police. And then it got stolen again. And then my mom bought me the mongoose. Well, Sydney, you're not the mongoose whisperer like Mrs. Reverse Ops is. You need to get lessons. Next one out is a Hawaiian 717. It's heading off to Lehue. Still waiting on the Korean.
contact departure. Over departure, SAW 218. Alaska 1073, wind 1707, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. 8 right, clear for takeoff, Alaska.
A legalized shemp, that would explain so much. Legalized shemp, that is one on and off ramp that I will never use. I never use it. I refuse. I don't get on the highway there. I don't get off the highway there. If I have to go to UH, I'll go down the next one and get off at King Street and loop around and go in the back way. If I'm in that area, I'll go down to any other one, Keimoku, or go up the other way. I will refuse to use the university on or off ramps. Ah, I think we have it. Ah, the Korean is lit up.
Roger, turn left, Lima, and contact ground. Lima, contact ground.
Our lovely friend, the Heat Haze, is back. So, one of the little things we're going to do on Opsmas Day, which is this coming Thursday, is I have 5 Hawaiian Airlines 2026 calendars. They're poster calendars. I posted a picture of it in the Discord a couple of weeks ago. So I have 5 of those. I was able to wrangle 5 of them up. I would love to be able to give them to people by mail, but to mail a poster is very expensive. So I can do 1 for mailing. But the other 4, if you're local here in Hawaii, the first 4 people to show up at the truck on Opsmas Day. I know Opsmas Day, you'll be home with your family or whatever. You got to want the poster. You got to make the effort. So the first 4 people on Opsmas Day will get one of the poster calendars from Hawaiian. And then I will be giving 1 away to a channel member that I will ship out. Now, I'm just hoping somebody who lives in somebody who lives in LA wins, because the people live in. I keep giving stuff away, and the people end up in the UK or Scotland, and it cost me 6 times what it would cost me to give it to mail it. So, I'm hoping somebody from the US wins. But either way, if someone from the UK wins or wherever, I'll still mail it out. But we're gonna start at 7:30, Mark. I think we're gonna be up at the other end. I think we're gonna be on the Mauka end of Lagoon Drive. Well, Oregon's close. Come on down. Spend Christmas. Spend Opsmas with me. All right, so the next one in is a Hawaiian coming from Hilo. The next one going out should be a Japan Airlines. It should be coming around the all right, take care, Rainbow Love. We'll see you next time. There it is, poking her head out there. All right. So I am going to start this here. So we're going to play this while the Korean Air comes down here so I don't forget about it. Take that off for now so we can see everybody's name.
Honolulu Tower lost 6.6. I lost it.
Alaska 626, Honolulu Tower, start reducing the final approach speed, wind 2005, runway 8 left, clear to land.
We're on the final approach speed and clear to land 8 left, lost
Friend, you put it down on the numbers if able.
Well, call friendly 5
Japan 793, we continue holding position, traffic 2 miles, final 4 right. Continue hold the position.
All right, so this Japan Airlines waiting for some traffic coming in. It is Mokulele Airlines coming in from Lanai. So if you this scroll here is about 3 or 4 days old. I didn't update it. I usually update it on Thursday nights, but or Thursday, so I'll have it ready for Saturday. But because we did a show on Friday, I went to bed early Thursday and didn't get a chance to update this. So if you don't see your name on here, and I think it should be, I will get that fixed. I will get that fixed for the next show. Hello, back to Japan. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Ayoko? Is that it? Ayoko? Hope I said that correctly. I've always wondered, is Dr. Penguin in the chat today? Or in the thing? I've always wanted to ask them if that's a American Dad reference. Next one going out will be a Southwest, and then it looks like the Korean will be after that. I'd like to thank the world's most dangerous mod crew, Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Josh, O'Malley, Jane, Alan, and Brandon. Special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops, the Mongoose Whisperer. Alright, so that Korean just made the turn off Alpha and is heading down here. So it should be down here in about 2 minutes. So because I have no 360 camera, so I don't have my own stream to redirect everybody to, we're gonna redirect everyone over to Walt. He is in Houston tonight. So Walt with runway DFW. So if you just hang out after the stream's over, it should automatically redirect you over to Walt. I noticed that Julia Flights is also live, so if you want to see Julia Flights, you can head on over there, but I can only redirect to one place, and I redirected to Julia last, so we'll go back the other way, and we'll go redirect everyone over to Walt. Tell my fellow CodeShare crew member I said hello. Oh, you're quite welcome, Peter. Thanks again for the nice, very nice letter, and and tag. We appreciate that.
Runway 8 left, cleared to land. Air 8054 Heavy, you ready to go? Air 8054 Heavy on departure, landing 170, 170, 6 feet right, clear for takeoff.
He's already clear for takeoff. All right. This is our Honolulu plane of the day. Honolulu out here on the islands roughly means encore. It's if you're seeing a live music event and you get to the end, you would shout Honolulu, asking them to do a little more work and do one more song. So we're going to do Honolulu for the Honolulu plane of the day. Is that Stegman? Yeah, we do. Most of the rivals are on 8 left. We try to see them as much as we can. We moved locations mid-show, so we actually saw more rivals earlier in the show. But they don't do many arrivals here on 8 right. It's less than 5% of the total airport arrivals are on 8 right. We have seen a couple on 4 right that go across. But as Sydney said, this will be our last plane of this show. We'll be back on Tuesday morning, and we will see some arrivals on Tuesday morning. We'll see both A380s arrive Tuesday morning.
Alaska 1052, cross jet blast, 8 right to land and wait. On departure, landing 120. And 5 departure, 8 right, line up away from Alaska 1052.
We'll start at 6:45 a.m., so that'll be Tuesday morning, and then Thursday we'll be on at 7:30 a.m. Lost my hand. No. My hand slipped. Where'd it go? Where'd she go? My hand slipped. I think it ducked into the clouds. Anyway, okay. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. It's been a fun day. A little bit of rain early, but we dodged most of it. Wish we dodged some more of the humidity. But it's been great hanging out with you guys this morning and early afternoon. We will do it again, like I said, on Tuesday, 6:45 a.m. Hawaii time. We'll run for a few hours till I have to go to work, and then we'll be here again on Opsmas Day. For all you channel members, remember we have a members-only stream tomorrow night That starts at 7 p.m. Hawaii time, so adjust your clocks accordingly. But thanks again. Don't forget about that code in the shop, Opsmas, O-P-S-M-A-S, for free shipping on any item in the shop over $20, or the total order over $20, so it could be multiple items. And we'll tell Walt I said hello, because we're going to send you over to Runway DFW right now, who's down in Houston. I hope he's still on. All right, we'll see you all later. Thanks again to the mods. Thanks again to Brandon for the package. I really like it. Really knows me, so that's good. We'll see you all real soon. Aloha, everyone. Apparently, let's try this.